traveling shoes on this morning. We're down here in Hutchinson, getting ready for a big game to be played this evening. It's going to be the Portland Panthers getting a win last night. We're going to be discussing maybe the Chiefs side. Also, the other players who are not elite will be joining us this morning. Dustin Zuckman came all the way down to Minnesota just to be on our show.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. And looking forward to getting some insight from you on this. And of course, the reason why we're here is
second half is we usually have a post take the ball out, and they kind of stay back there for reverse pass on a press, but we end up letting a guard taking it out and putting our post in the middle and kind of being our basic offense we call, where a post is kind of high and then another post is on the baseline. So, and I think that really helped us as far as breaking and handling the ball in the second half. So that was one adjustment we made. And then the 10 press we talked about, kind of our full court press, our zone press, kind of gave us some good things out of it.
Yeah, Trey, what like I was telling Trey Thompson earlier, it was a tale between two halves yesterday's game, and you could see in the second half you were starting to break up their defense by getting good passes down low to the post, getting some easy shots that would go in. So from your perspective, what was clicking more the second half? Was it just making shots? Was it being able to, fight through their defense? What area would you say was like the biggest improvement from the first half to the second half?
I think the first half, we were the ones being sped up. I think we were the ones out of control sometimes. In the second half, we were the ones speeding them up, I think, which caused a lot of turnovers, and we got some easy baskets, layups, and stuff. And then we got the ball inside. Chris and Austin and Jordan did a great job finishing down there, and that was probably the main reason why.
Yeah, the fourth quarter stats there, we were 8 of 10 shooting and 80%, where Cheney was 3 of 20 at 15%. So 80% to 15%. And a lot of our shots there were right around the basket. Right. I know Ty had that 1-3 and that was our only 3 of that quarter. So, yeah, we definitely found a way to finish it.
I'll ask you this question, Trey, about when you're down early. And was that the most you've been down early this year, as you remember?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Other than
probably ever since you guys been playing together the last 3 years. I don't remember being down that bad. I know Central Plains got on us pretty good, but I don't think it was 11-0.
Yeah. What does Central Plains have down there? Both boys and girls, 25-0. They're going for the championship. And someone said, is it the boys that have or is the girls that have a real?
It's the girls that have a long 70 or so game winning streak,
on winning the state. But when you get down, like, did you say, oh no, we got to do something, or what was the attitude when you were down like that?
I think we had to keep our heads, keep our attitude positive, and just continue to play basketball. We knew we'd probably find a way to come back somehow in some way. We're not just going to give up right there. Sure. I mean, we've came this far to not do that.
The three-point basket really has changed things too. You're 5 points ahead, or then they hit a 3. All of a sudden it's just 2. So the basket. So the 3-point. How do you feel on the 3-point?
Yeah, I don't mind shooting them, but we don't shoot a lot of them.
Yeah.
When we shoot them, making them.
We talked about that quite a bit.
They shot 10 and they shot 20.
Yeah.
I mean, you think just looking at different teams, and it's the same thing with Goodland. I mean, we're the smaller team, but we're the team that were getting more in the paint points, and they were shooting more threes. So, I mean, 3-pointers, I mean, that's a lot of people, you live or die by the 3, and I guess we're a team that we don't go to that extreme, I guess, but we need to shoot some, and we need to make some, and they're always game changers, it seems like it.
Well, and if you're really doing well at the 3, then they usually change their defense.
It's like TMP.
Bit.
We were 8 of 13. I mean, that's they were playing a kind of a sag in. They knew we didn't shoot very good the last couple of games, and they were going to try and take away our easy baskets, and probably a good philosophy. And then we come out and shoot 8 of 13. So there goes out your scouting report. That's why you have to play the game.
Very good. Anything else? Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good luck, Trey.
Don't swim today.
No.
Okay.
I think I might go take a nap or something.
Next one, J.C. Kellerman. J.C., one of those taller guards, and we start in Trey and Ty and Nathan. So we have a couple guards there. Ty and Nathan are 5'8" and lower, and J.C. kind of gives us a little height to be able to throw over. But I told him going in the game, even like Trey and J.C. and stuff like that, it's going to be hard for them to even throw it over the top. They're going to have to get by him a little bit, use a bounce pass and ball fakes, all those things. Cheney made it difficult on us, even us good ball players we are.
What do you anticipate going into last night's ball game from them? Did they do pretty much what you thought they do, or what the film showed?
Yeah, we figured they were gonna try and do that trap press. I didn't realize how tough it'd be to kind of get around them. They had some long arms and they were just quick and really good ball players.
Yeah. Would you say that's probably the most frustrating part about their defense, just because they're the length that they have? And because from what it looked like, they really made you work just to get a pass across the court. And I mean, that's, as a defense, that's what you want to do. But I was just like, what was, from your perspective, what was the most frustrating part of that?
Yeah, it was definitely just trying to get the ball. Into the middle.
Yeah.
And because whenever teams press us, we've never really had a problem because we got a lot of good ball handlers. But these are just good at what they did, and they were athletic enough to make it hard on us.
As you came into the season, you good successful football season, coming out of that into the basketball, did you have anything in the back of your mind? Everyone wants to go to state. Well, I mean, sometimes it's just not going to be there. How did you feel? Did you feel maybe a good chance to be playing on Saturday night in Hutchinson?
Yeah. Last year I thought we definitely should have made it last year as well, and I was looking forward to making it this year, but we were putting in new regionals with some teams that we've never seen, and I knew it was going to be tough, but I feel like we were maybe the best team in the state, and we've come out and shown it that even when we get down, we can fight back and take back through the lead and just persevere through the whole game.
What do you think Halstead's going to do?
I think they're just gonna. I don't think they're gonna press. Nothing that we've seen so far in the games we've watched have showed that they're gonna press unless they get down and need the ball back. I think they're just gonna run through their offense, and they do shoot a lot of threes, so we really have to be on our defensive A game.
Okay. Going down yesterday, how'd the trip come on the bus? Is that?
Yeah, it's pretty long, but it wasn't as bad as Wednesday. I guess maybe because I didn't have to take the ride back home yet.
Yeah, well, that was. You had to come back that night,
Yeah.
didn't you? So what time did you get back? Then?
Oh, it was after 1.
Yeah, it
time we
was
got back to our house and stuff. But
yeah.
Did they have to be in class the next morning? Too?
yeah, they got up and made it through the day, and just coming down yesterday on the bus, the air conditioner didn't work. I know
Really?
Ernie, it was at 84 degrees up there. And
Yeah.
It was a warm day outside, and so that was kind of made it a longer trip.
Sure.
It was cool when we got on it, but then it just I don't know what happened. But hopefully we get rested up today, and I know last night was a lot of energy was left on the court, and hopefully we can find some more tonight. And
Right.
Halstead, they'll be in the same boat as we are.
Did you see the signs on the highway south of Stockton? Did you know they had signs? I don't know who did it. But Panther Pride, they had one show the Panther there and things, and there was a kind of neat right on the highway there. So,
I didn't.
and what about leaving town to going to all the schools? Did you like?
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do that?
That was pretty fun. I think it's just good for the younger kids to kind of see basketball players and stuff.
Sure,
Yeah,
you
I
gave
like-
them high fives and
I know one of
they
the
made some signs for us and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
One of the
What-
teachers with those kids asked him, the kids are all dressed up in their ties and stuff,
Yeah.
and one of the kids asked one of the teachers, why are they not in their uniforms? I thought they were going to play basketball. So it's just a learning experience for the kids, and they looked up to these
And
guys.
they really
and,
look. I tell you, they really look sharp.
Yep.
Dressed like that, and I think it gives you, looking back on when I was in school, if you dress up like that, it just makes you feel better. I think, and you know,
Yep, it all goes hand in hand.
yeah, it sure does.
And just going back to JC, I mean, JC's every day I get to school at 7:20, 7:25, and he's in the gym shooting. So he's put a lot of extra time in. He's kind of been waiting for this opportunity to really help his team be successful, and I'm so glad he's doing a great job for us.
We're talking about the support earlier by going around the schools and stuff. I'm not sure how far the trip was from Phillipsburg to Hutchinson, but how much does it mean to you to see the amount of fans and the amount of students that were able to come to the game? Because that's a long road trip to be able to come compared to some other schools that might be within 30 minutes or an hour away.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the crowd sizes last night, and Cheney outnumbered us. I mean, it looked like 2-1, but they only had an hour to go, and we still had a pretty large crowd,
Right.
and all the people that just come out and support. It means a lot because it does help a lot out there when you get that momentum and that loud roaring. Because
Yeah.
I know, like, whenever Cheney was up and they keep scoring, and then after every score there's just that loud roar of the crowd. It kind of puts a damper on your moods, but having a crowd there to support you really does help.
Yeah.
And I hope a lot of people can make it out for tonight's game too.
Yeah.
Does the crowd really help? They say Bramlage and Allen Fieldhouse. Does it really help, do you think?
Yeah, it gets the juices going on these guys. I mean, it's when you're on defense and that crowd's going loud, it's
Yeah.
harder for the offense to communicate
yeah.
and stuff. So every little advantage you can get is helpful.
Okay, well,
Awesome.
good luck to the ball game
Good
tonight.
luck, JC.
Don't
Thank
forget that. Okay.
Just one more over here. I don't know if we get any more. Braden Juneman,
Okay.
another one of our great seniors. One of our, what do you call him, 3-point specialist? What did they call the other day?
Yeah, 3-point
And
specialist.
what else? I thought they had another. What was that? Can't remember what.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember what it was, but he just one of those guys that such a team player and a role player and does whatever needs to be done for the team.
Well, you're in for it. Justin has this long list of very thought-provoking questions. I'll let you open up with,
Okay.
on your brother.
Yeah.
there.
First question: who's your favorite brother? No,
No comment.
There you go. No, what'd you? on a serious note, from football to basketball. Now, as you're a senior, you're going to be. This is going to be your last game today. What are you going to miss the most about basketball season? We'll just talk about basketball season in particular. What are you going to miss the most about this season?
I would say missing basketball the most is just the friendships that you create through basketball. All the years, 8-9 years of working hard, creating bonds with your teammates. Something can't be replaced throughout all the years. All the hard work you put in, and it all pays off. But if you're giving your effort every game, you can't do much else.
Yeah.
So, once I'm done, it'll be good to be done, but I'll miss it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Braden did last night. He didn't play a lot of minutes for us last night. We got down 11, and usually he plays quite a few minutes, and we were turning the ball over. I just couldn't pull the plug to get him in there. And but tonight, I mean, he's rested up, and hopefully he's going to be a big part of our game tonight, just to be able to, because our Trey and Ty and Nathan are going to need more breaks tonight. And the matchups, I think we're going to match up a lot better, and they won't have the pressure, I don't think. So Braden could be a key tonight. I mean, that's just the way this team is. Maybe one guy one night, and then somebody else, even somebody off the bench, like Austin Miller was big for us
Right.
tonight. Tonight it could be Braden.
Right, and that's the thing we've been able to see over the years. Everybody's been watching, like whether it's a starter, whether it's a guy coming off the bench. You guys have the depth, and that's one aspect that you guys have been able to really excel at throughout the season.
Yeah, it's like the sub-state championship. Trey Side just has 2 points, and
Yeah.
we win. So it's that's why good teams always win championships. It's not individuals.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you this, gentlemen. I knew you, first time I met you, you were two. I didn't know where you were walking yet or not. I mean, I saw you at Willer's. You're out at Willer's with the family and everything. And I think it was my first really meeting with the Junemans, but having two brothers go ahead of you, did you have? I've got this to live. I get this to live up, and then who is my favorite brother kind of thing. What was it like growing up?
Growing up, the youngest, you'll get picked on and stuff. But my brothers were very encouraging with everything. It was a big learning experience. Justin went through it first, then Riley went through it. So I always would talk to them about their experiences and what they did, and learn from their mistakes, and see where hard work gets them. And I know I can't live up to this guy over here, but if I do what I can for the team, that's all anybody can ask for.
I've got to ask you, when he was out there practicing field goals, were you out there running around getting the ball?
Sometimes, yeah.
So, coming into the season, I've asked several other people, do you feel pretty good about coming out of successful football into what was going to happen in basketball this year?
Yeah, we knew in both sports we could be very successful. Coming into the basketball season, our goal was just to get to state first and foremost, since we haven't done it in so long. And since we finally made it, you have to make a new goal once you get here. You don't just want to come here and, lay an egg, So we made a new goal. You know, we're here, so why not just go win the thing? You know, anybody can do it. It just takes 3 good games put together, and 2 of them have happened so far. So we'll see what we can do tonight.
Yeah. What are you most excited about for tonight's game? I mean, obviously it's the state championship. It's going to be a great environment. But what are you looking most forward to tonight compared to last night or compared to the first round of the tournament?
I would just say just enjoying every bit of it. You know, whether you win or lose, it's something that so many people ever get to experience in their high school career. So just being with your teammates for your last game ever, there's nothing more exciting than that.
And like you said, that's a huge benefit for you guys too, because you know this is going to be your last game, and it's awesome to see that going into this you got to get everything you have, and because you know this is going to be your last game. So that's awesome.
Is 3A 64 teams? Or
Yep.
30?
Yep.
Okay. Realize that out of all 64, there's only 2 teams playing for the state championship tonight. You know, so that's something you really have to feel good about. So
Right.
another thing, you have to win Wednesday. You have to win the first the quarter, because if you don't, it's over.
Right.
So when you knew that you had that win Wednesday, does that take any pressure off a little bit? I mean, and it means you're going to play 2 more ball games.
Right. I think the win Wednesday was really encouraging for the team. We played a tough team from our league. We knew it would be tough, but we went out there and we took care of business. And I think a big goal of us was to play for the weekend. You know, we wanted to come stay the night and get in a placing game. And you know, what happened last night was amazing. We stuck together, so we found ourselves in the championship. So
That fourth quarter is something else.
Yeah.
It's amazing how things really came together. And that's the thing about basketball. You can be down 15 points and second half even come back if you get hot. And your defense works up. Anything else? This is your last shot at him here.
That's why I think Braden would say Justin would be his favorite, because Justin was a basketball player, and Riley was the other
point.
sport. So
That's a good
I can't
point.
believe he didn't. say
maybe
no
he has
comment.
the edge. Sorry, Riley. I'm just kidding.
I know, going back to the pressure issue, I mean, I don't think our kids have felt any pressure down here. I think our main pressure was our sub-state championship. I mean, that's we were disappointed last year not making it. And we wanted that so bad, and I think even from that was a tough week on me as far as getting sleep and stuff like that, because we wanted to win that. And I think we got down here, and I think we relaxed. We got here, and now just playing them like any other game.
Yeah.
Coach, I think Coach Newton told me one time, he said, when he was coaching my son, he said, enjoy the game, you know, because that's the fellowship you have with your team, and just enjoy what you're doing out there.
Absolutely.
How do you feel that way when you're playing?
Yeah, well, it just helps a lot to know going in that this is going to be your last game, and throughout the season, you know, whether it being your senior year, you get to enjoy the little moments, whether it's the moments you have in the locker rooms, the moments you have on the court, off the court with your teammates and your friends for life. So and Braden, for you in particular, it's with guys that you've grown up with football, with track, with basketball. I mean, everything. So it's really been cool to see you guys grow up over the years, and as myself and Riley, I mean, everybody, the whole town of Phillipsburg, be able to watch you guys grow up. It's been really awesome to see.
I guarantee you 40 years from now, you'll still remember tonight.
Yeah.
You remember,
That's why I just got a lot of texts here in the last week from friends and past players, and just got one this morning from Nathan Cox, and he lives in Minnesota, and he said there's 10 inches of snow on the ground up there. And, just the memories and the memories of the game, memories of your teammates. It is the last lifeline.
Yeah.
I called Justin earlier this week to see if he'd come on and be co-host, and he said, "What, you had 7 or 8 inches there in Minneapolis?"
Earlier this week.
You get a lot of snow up there.
Yeah, off and on.
Has it been a bad winter up there?
It's been okay. You know, it has its spurts. You'll get, when it snows, it's going to come down in probably at least 7 inches. But yeah.
Okay, well.
How long does it take to melt? Or is it
It
stick around forever?
takes a while.
It stays on the ground.
Some of the snow has been there
It
until since
accumulates,
December.
it accumulates quite a bit.
Yeah, it can.
accumulates,
Yeah.
so-
Yeah,
Is it
some
white or is it yellows?
It depends on the parts you go to, I guess.
Well, good
Awesome.
luck
Yep, good luck tonight.
in the ball
Thank you.
game. And I haven't had you on. If I had you on a Saturday.
At the very beginning of the
Okay,
season,
what are you
yeah.
going to do next year?
Yeah, I'm going to KU for computer science.
KU,
Yep.
K-State, Minnesota,
Spread them out.
KU. Wow.
Yeah.
They got a big win last night, you know,
Yeah.
because third time's a charm. They say, everyone said K-State. Of course, Wade had some problems.
Yeah.
And
Brown.
Brown had some problems, and of course, KU didn't have the big boy, but it's still, they got that win. But KU, and what are you going to take again?
I'm majoring in computer science.
Okay, all right. Well, good luck. You're going to be down there.
Thank you.
That's interesting. You and your brother will have a good time because
Oh, yeah.
my two sons, one lives and dies K-State, the other one's KU, and they go at each other all the time. So I know who not to call. If KU beats K-State, I don't call the K-State son, and vice versa. For a week.
Yeah.
I don't call them. So,
Awesome. Thanks, bro.
Good
luck
good
tonight.
luck. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. Is
I
that
think
it?
that's it.
Yeah.
Well, we invited everyone to come on, and they missed their chance. Maybe we can get them on
Yeah, it's
next week. Are they out watching swimming?
I don't know where they went to. I think probably back to bed. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Did you give them anything what to do last night?
Well, that's what we got back so late, and then they're still kind of wound up, and
Yeah.
cheerleaders were here, and they brought their video game, and I was ready to take a shower and get to bed. I knew I wanted to get them up to eat and get them good rest, and I had to yell at them one time. I had a room that has playing video games with, and it wasn't just our players. Had some non-players in there that. They must have wanted a video game. They just went crazy. I'm like, 12:30 at night here, and you're waking up the home hotel. So after that, I think a lot of them went to bed right
Sure,
away.
yeah.
They're tired. So you hate to mess up this great opportunity by
Yeah,
staying up
sure.
late. So it's hopefully
Yeah.
we got enough gas in the tank to do it tonight.
Okay, yeah, that brings up my question. Tired. You think that you had enough to see everyone play enough last night?
We have the depth too. I mean, that's going to be important for us, and hopefully we don't get down 11-0 again. And if we can get our leads like we have been and sub in early, that's going to be critical for the stretch at the end of the game.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We haven't talked about tonight's game much.
No, that's
okay. What about Halstead?
well. That's just seen them a couple times while we're down here. They got a couple of tall guards, 6'4", 6'5", that do a lot of things, and they're not afraid to post you up too. So we're going to have to pressure them. We're going to have to make it a game that we need to play, kind of a full court, and keep them from running a half-court offense as much as possible. So they don't have a lot of a big guy inside. I guess they do, but they doesn't play him a lot. Sometimes they do have a 6'10" guy that plays on our team, and he may start. And I know some games. The team they played against that first night, a bunch of guards and quick, so the big guy didn't play a lot. So, and we're not afraid. We played that 7-footer at Goodland, so we're not 6'10's, not much, and so we'll go out there and do what we do best, and hopefully it'll be enough for us to win.
Well, and from your experience, I mean, you've won a state championship before. What would be your advice to those guys? Maybe you might, and you probably have given them some already going to the state tournament, but especially for tonight with the state championship.
Yeah, I haven't talked to. They all know.
Yeah.
We won 2 state championships at Northern Valley when I was in high school, and
Right.
I guess the main thing is you can't get too high and you can't get too low. I mean, you just gotta to fight hard, and it's just another game. I know you look back at it 20 years from now, and they're big games, but right now. You just got to treat it as a normal game, and like our guys, I just don't think they're not a rah group, and they're a business-like group, and that's why we've had the success we've had.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking back to Northern Valley, when you played there, at that time, do you feel that what the Huskies are doing are pretty much what you're doing now, your success things, and did they have a three-pointer when you were
Yeah,
playing? Okay.
yeah. They had when I was a freshman, it was the first year they had a 3-point line, and Northern Valley. It's great to see them in the championship game too, and Kevin's boy, be able to get the experience too. So, and a lot of those kids that are on that team were teammates. Like Lance Kinderkinnick has a boy that's playing, so. It's just kind of some of those past players that stay around and farm or whatever they do over there. Their kids are there, and they've got a great team, and they're young. I mean, they only have one senior and a lot of good juniors, and hopefully they can get it done tonight, and they might be able to repeat like we did back in 90 and 91. So happy for them, and hopefully they play well tonight. I know they got a good McPherson. What is it?
Elwira.
Elwira, how you say it. I mean,
Elwira
that's,
Christian, yeah.
I'm sure that'll be a
Yeah.
good team.
Yeah.
I don't know who they've lost to. They have one loss?
Yeah,
or-
Northern Valley's 24-1. That's what I was just looking up. Yeah.
and McPherson, who they
I think they're 22-2. So
22-2. So I don't know
yeah.
who they lost to.
Person teams that's going for the state championship. Wow. And like we talked about a lot of basketball.
Yeah.
I got to know your parents real well when they were playing and everything. Where are they going to be tonight?
That's a good
It's
been really good for them. Northern Valley's always played the first game, and we've always played the second game, and they've been able to hit both of them. And tonight, and like last night's the TMP girls game went in overtime, and then the boys game before us, they kept calling a lot of timeouts, a lot of fouls, and they kind of drug on. So there was enough time for them to get to our game in time to watch both of them.
Wow, that's great.
Bad thing about it, we're both in a championship tonight.
Yeah.
And they won't be able to see both.
Yeah.
I think what I've heard last night was my dad and my sister are going to go to Dodge, and my mom and older brother Kyle is going to stay here because my older brother Kyle lives in Bueller, just outside of Hutch here.
That's great, I think. You're making a family situation, and of course, I hope that they're playing that. I haven't seen that gym
It looks nice. I mean,
down
that's
at Dodge City, you know. Now, next year, they don't have the D1 and D2 anymore, don't they? They eliminate
just going one.
4A, did they go back? to
Yeah,
D1 and 3?
I
They take that
can't
out?
remember. It's been so long ago when I looked at it and how they were going to do
Yeah,
it.
how
but-
they did every
Yeah.
year.
Well,
they kinda
Phillipsburg will go down to 2A. Is
Well,
that-
football.
Okay,
But I think
football,
basketball. I
okay.
think will still
Okay.
be at the bottom end of 3A.
Okay.
So I think it'll probably bring some more 4As down.
Okay.
So might even be tougher. But maybe not. I don't. I couldn't
Football's
tell
a
you for
two-year
sure.
thing, and a basketball
No,
each year.
yeah.
So that's
Okay.
okay. Well, anything else?
No.
Keith? Oh, I know what I was going to ask. We didn't have a chance to talk to you since your game against did you talk to Goodland?
In the sub-state
Sub-state
championship.
championship.
Yep.
How'd you? You know, if a guy's 7 foot, he's just scored 50 points a ball game. In a high school, I think. What did you do on him to keep him
That's.
away?
I mean, our kids did a great job of fronting them, and then we kept him away from the basket. I think he did have one inside shot there late in the game, and they brought him out and pick and rolled with him, and I don't know why they didn't just keep him down on the block. And I know he doesn't have the best of hands at times, but he's a darn good player for 7 foot, and I don't. If they were on our team, I think he would have seen more touches inside. But and I know it's one of those things. He has to get up and down the court too. I mean, that's we kind of got some advantage. It was a mismatch. Him trying to guard Jordan or Chris or whoever else had in there. So it just one of those games. We had to win in fourth quarter on that one too. So it was a good opportunity, fun opportunity to. It's kind of neat watching pictures that some of the people took. That here you have like that big 7 footer, and even our post, or even you have Nathan Moon right by him, a 7 footer and a 5'5". So just goes to show the small guy can still win.
Okay. Trey Thompson, that was his.
I mean, that's what he's coming along. Even like last night, he told me, I kind of asked him, hey, 90%, yeah, better, 99, pretty good to go. But even when I was talking to him halftime or after the game, he just felt like he hadn't played for, even though it's only been like 5 or 6 days. He just kind of felt like he was out of the
Missing a few
rhythm, I
days,
guess.
yeah.
So. He's another kid, like we talked about. Braden could be a key for us tonight. Trey Thompson's going to have to play probably some better minutes, more minutes than he played last night. And I mean, he wasn't bad. He made a great layup to finish the first quarter, and we made a lot of mistakes. Everybody did. I mean, you look at Trey had 6 turnovers, Ty had 7 turnovers, and just the pressure that they put on us, and just. One of those games, I guess, and it'll make us a better team, and hopefully it'll make us a better team for tonight.
Well, good luck. I hope that we have a chance.
Yeah.
Well, we will next
Next Saturday.
week, Saturday morning. They didn't get the donuts here this morning from the Third Street Bakery. They went back in the hospitality room back here and got the donuts, didn't they? So,
Yeah, she went uptown and got some for the boys.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So we had to have our donuts.
good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Good luck,
Coach.
Should be fun.
Okay, fine. Very good. Okay, you'll probably take your statue. I need something out of
Yeah.
here.
Go ahead.
I'm going to mention some sponsors, and then we'll look at what happened. There they are, right there. The program, the Sports Talk, made possible for us to come and do things like this down here in Hutchinson. in the lobby of the motel where all the team and a lot of parents, I've seen a lot of parents here this morning, makes it possible for us to do this. And they include all your friends at the Farmers State Bank in Phillipsburg, where interest begins the moment you enter the door, interest in your member FDIC. Mapes and Miller, it's not what you make, but what you keep. Mid-America Real Estate, providing the best homes in the area for over 40 years. Blossoms and butterflies, making beautiful flowers a part of your life. Sign Solutions, your one-stop sign shop, so much more. Madison Motors, in business for over 70 years, and Rogers Associates, your local trusted choice agency. These sponsors, let them know how much you appreciate the fact that we could come down here and talk to them. And again, we invited all the, if you didn't see your favorite player or your son or grandson, they were all invited to be on the program. They just decided, I guess they want to do something else. And we'll maybe get them on next week. And next week, we're hopefully, and we haven't even talked to Northern Valley, maybe get them come over.
Oh, yeah.
I have talked to some of the players on the last team that came to state.
For Phillipsburg or Northern
For Phillipsburg,
Valley?
Phillipsburg, and I'm working on getting some of them to
That'd
come
be pretty
on.
neat, yeah.
And Barbara Dennis will be joining us because they'll be in town. That their trip starts Sunday,
Okay.
a week from tomorrow,
Okay.
back east to New York or Washington. And Terry Thomas will also
Oh,
be
yep.
joining us there. So, okay, let's look at the games that were played in the
Yeah.
state last night. I'll start out here
Okay.
with the girls 6A. In games last night, Olathe East went to 24-0 with a 60-45 win over Washburn Rural. So that was the upper half of the bracket. Lower half of the bracket, Derby, they're 22-1. Boy, you put those together there, their record, combined records is 46-1. Pretty good. Derby got by Wichita South by a score of 42-40, a close ball game there. So Olathe East and Derby for the championship tonight, Washburn Rural and Wichita South for third. Of the girls, that's girls 6A, boys 6A. Blue Valley Northwest, they go to 20-4 with an 82-61 win over the Derby boys. Lawrence Free State 19-5 with a 68-57 win over Topeka. Championship game tonight. Blue Valley Northwest against Lawrence Free State. This afternoon, the boys from Derby will play Topeka. That's at the Charles Cook Arena.
So going on to girls Class 5A, Bishop Carroll won 52-38 against Liberal, and so Bishop Carroll will be in the championship with a 19-5 record against St. Thomas Aquinas with a 22-2 record. They, in a low-scoring game, beat Mays 41-34. So Bishop Carroll will play St. Thomas Aquinas in the championship, and then Liberal will play Mays for third and fourth. Moving on to boys Class 5A, Bishop Carroll came out with a win against Shawnee Mill Valley, 58-47, and Bishop Carroll now has a 19-5 record. And Salina Central on the other side, Salina Central won in a close one against Pittsburgh, 51-46, and with Salina Central will enter the championship with an 18-6 record. So Bishop Carroll will be playing Salina Central tonight, and then Shawnee Mill Valley will play Pittsburgh for third and fourth.
All right. In the girls Class 4A Division 1, Bishop Miege, 22-2. They got a win over Kansas City Piper, 46-35. McPherson, 22-1. 22-1. So McPherson with a win over Altamont Labette County by a score of 67-46. So for the championship, Bishop Miege will play McPherson, and for third, Kansas City Piper and Altamont Labette County. Altamont Labette County goes to 22-2. On the boys' side of it, well, McPherson's in there again. Wow, 22-1, as they had a win over Arkansas City, 54-44. Lower half, Bishop Miege going for the championship against the McPherson boys. Bishop Miege 21-3, as Bishop Miege defeated Andover Central 58-47. Championship tonight, and that'll be at the pizza event, the Tony's Pizza Event Center in Salina. McPherson, Bishop Miege. Third place, Arkansas City against Andover Central.
Okay, moving on to girls Class 4A Division 2. Baldwin, who is the 1 seed, came out with a win against Hugoton, 60-47. So Baldwin will be in the championship with a 23-1 record. On the other side, Andale beat Marysville by a score of 48-38, and so Andale will enter the championship with an 18-5 record. So Baldwin will be playing Andale in the championship, and Hugoton will be playing Marysville and for third and fourth. Moving on to boys class 4A Division II. Holcomb came out with a close victory against Parsons, 66-62. And on the other side, Topeka Hayden beat Andale by a score of 55-45. So Holcomb with a 23-1 record will play Topeka Hayden with a 17-7 record, as Parsons will be playing Andale for third and fourth.
Okay, the girls class 3A, Garden Plain 43-38 over Haven. Garden Plain goes to 22-1. They'll be playing Royal Valley 17-7. Overtime yesterday, Royal Valley got the TMP Marion Lady Monarchs 54-52. So that puts TMP down in the third place game, and they'll be playing at noon today. Haven 20-4, TMP Marion 21-3 for the championship. Garden Plain against Royal Valley. And then on the boys 3A, of course this is right here. Get this one out of the way, put my boys up. This is one we've been talking about all morning. Halstead, they were a 22-3 winner over Atchison, Moore Mount Academy. I can't imagine having to broadcast a ball game and having to say that whole thing every time they come down. That's a basket by Atchison, Moore. I'm sure they say Mount Academy. So anyway, they go to 22-3. They'll be going up against Phillipsburg, 23-1. They're only lost to Central Plains. Central Plains, both the boys and girls, in the championship in the 1A competition. Phillipsburg, 58-46. Fourth quarter, 26-9. Fourth quarter there. Amazing fourth quarter over Cheney. So that means Atchison, Moore Mount Academy, 23-2 against Cheney, 22-3 for third. That game will be at 2 this afternoon, 6:15 tonight. Plenty of time there to get down and watch that ball game. You can do it 3 hours. So you can leave by 2 o'clock and still be here in time. Halstead will be playing Phillipsburg 6:15 tonight for the championship in 3A.
Yep. So moving on to girls class 2A, you mentioned Central Plains. They will be in the championship with a 25-0 record. They beat Hill City in the semis by a score of 60-35. And on the other side, Blue Rapids Valley Heights won in a very close game in overtime, 63-59 over Olpe, who actually had a 23-0 record at the time. So Blue Rapids Valley Heights will be in the championship with a 21-5 record going against the undefeated Central Plains. And as for third and fourth, Hill City will be playing Olpe. So moving on to boys class 2A, you'll see another Central Plains in the championship. They also have a 25-0 record. They beat Salina Sacred Heart by the score 58-36. And on the other side of the semis, Pittsburgh Colburn, who is now 23-2, will be in the championship as they beat West Elk 64-53. So we'll see Pittsburgh Colgan against the undefeated Central Plains in the championship, and then we'll see Salina Sacred Heart play West Elk for third and fourth.
Pittsburgh Colgan, a great football school. Now that you're in the basketball, they had some great matchups with Smith Center. Girls Class 1A Division I. These are being played at the Gross Memorial Coliseum in Hayes. Hanover with the win over South Central by a score of 54-46. Lower half that, St. Paul Thunder Ridge, the ladies got beat last night by a score of 42-34. We had them on the Sports Talk earlier this year, and so that they'll be playing for third though. Thunder Ridge goes to 22-3. They'll be going up against South Central at noon today, 24-1. Hanover and St. Paul. St. Paul 23-2. Hanover 20-3, going for the championship of the girls. On the boys' side of it, Montezuma South Gray 25-0. They defeated St. John Hudson last night 43-37. Lower half of that bracket in overtime. Wow, Hanover 74. Centralia 73. Hanover and Montezuma South Gray will be playing. Hanover with a record of 22-1. For third place, St. John Hudson and Centralia for the third place game.
Okay. Moving on to the last class, girls class 1A Division II. We had Quinter edge out Cunningham in a very low scoring game, 36-22. So Quinter will be in the championship with a 20-5 record. They will be playing Hartford, who beat Axtell in the semis on the other side of the bracket by the score of 53-40. And Hartford has a record of 21-4 going against Quinter with a record of 20-5. As Cunningham will be playing Axtell for third and fourth. Last division with boys class 1A Division II. As we had talked about earlier, Northern Valley had won against Kiowa South Barber by 10 points by the score of 53-43. So Northern Valley with a record of 24-1 will be going against McPherson Elwira Christian with a record of 22-2. Now, as they beat Sharon Springs by the score of 61-41, and so then for third and fourth, we will see Kiowa South Barber play Sharon Springs for third and fourth.
Well, I tell you, there'll be all Almena and Long Island. There won't be anyone in Almena and Long Island tonight. I'll guarantee you that, because they're going to be watching that ball game.
Yeah.
We might mention also that the program brought to you here on Saturday mornings and Tadpole on Thursday mornings by Phillips County Health Systems, Olive Bowlby Memorial Chapel, Stephen E. Rush, your State Farm agent, Sonic Drive-In. Like us on Facebook to see our Sonic deals. Phillipsburg Chamber and Main Street, where the roads are paved with opportunity, Farmers and Ranchers Outlet, and J&R HIVAC R, other sponsors. Make it so we can come down here in the lobby of the nice hotel here, and I don't know what I'm going to do all day today. There's a salt mine I could go to. There's a Cosmosphere I can go to. I could visit the prison. I don't know whether I want to do that or not.
The options are endless, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I wanted to take a little time. We had you on before Christmas.
Yeah.
And they told us has anything changed in what you're doing now at Minnesota?
Nope, the plan's still going, or it's going just as planned right now. So right now I'm actually on my spring break, so it's very nice to get away from grad school for a little while.
Sure.
But I'll be coming back and finishing this semester, and then I'll have one more year left.
One more year.
I'll finish this semester, and I accepted an internship with General Mills back in October.
That's right.
And I actually just found out about a week ago I will be in Minneapolis at their headquarters for the
doing
internship.
their puff tweet or
I'm sorry.
during General Mills puff tweet, or what will your job be with General Mills?
It'll be within human resources. So
Okay.
basically,
That was a stupid joke.
No, it's
Stupid.
okay.
Wheaties, or I should have said Wheaties maybe than
Yeah, Wheaties,
puff
there
tweet.
you
No, you probably don't even know what puff tweet is.
I've never heard of it. No.
You've never heard of puff tweet? They
No.
they take the wheat, they puff them up. You know, puffed rice. You never heard? Wow. Well, you know these little candy, these squares. They're made out of puffed rice, aren't they?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Might have just aged you a little too
How
much.
did we get
I
off
think,
on that? Anyway, okay. So restart. What will that?
So I'll be in Minneapolis for the internship at their headquarters from June to the middle of August. So it'll be within human resources, which is what my master's degree is in. It's HR generalist essentially. So I'll be working in a bunch of different areas, whether it's training, employee development, onboarding, a bunch of different areas where I could be able to see myself for the future.
Yeah.
And so after that
Wow.
internship, I'll have one more year of grad school to finish up.
I show my age. Puff tweet. Did you know, Charlene, you know what puff tweet is? Okay,
Yeah.
but
That must have
younger-
been before my time.
I really that look on your face when I asked about puff tweet. Said, "What is he talking about?" Okay, so it's been. Have you liked living up in Minnesota? Do you
I
like
have,
the weather?
yeah. It's being up there for basically 5 years now.
Yeah.
You learn the pros and cons of living in a small rural community compared to a big city.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, there's pros and cons to each type of environment. But I've been able to enjoy living in both atmospheres and get the best of both worlds in a sense. So I've been very fortunate to be able to experience both types of environments.
Do you go to the mall much?
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, whenever the family comes to town, we'll always go to the mall.
Sure, they always
Yeah.
go to the mall. I was at the mall one time up there and sitting there, and
It's
some
incredible.
people from Agra showed up.
Really?
And, yeah, right. So you always see someone,
Yeah.
But then my wife was doing some shopping, and she said, "We'll go back." She wanted to look at everything, and then what she decided, and we went back the next day. She couldn't find it.
Yeah.
The shops because
yeah.
it's just a huge place.
Yeah,
there,
you can go there multiple times, 4 or 5 times, and you could see different stores or different areas each time you go there. It's one of the many things that Minneapolis has to offer, and it was awesome to have the Super Bowl there in February, to be able to see
yeah.
all the celebrities and players come in, and the Mall of America and all the different areas around the city of Minneapolis get to be shown, because it really is incredible. I love that city a lot, and I've been fortunate to be able to grow up in that city for the past 5 years.
Okay, so the people who live in Minneapolis like people in St. Paul? Is there any rivalry there? They're pretty much.
No, there might have used to been. I know when way back when Minneapolis and St. Paul had 2 MLB teams, and so I think they might have been
Sure, right.
rivals way back in the day.
Yeah.
But then eventually they came together to form the Minnesota Twins, who we know today. So I wouldn't say there's a rivalry. It's all kind of like Dallas-Fort Worth. It's a Minneapolis-St. Paul. It's that type of environment where You have all the different professional sports. You have hockey, you have football, baseball, basketball at professional levels, both in St. Paul and in Minneapolis. So it's cool to be able to see both those cities come together and celebrate all those different sports that they have to offer.
Did you happen to have a seat on the 50-yard line for the,
The Super Bowl? Yeah, I wish that would have been very cool.
Well, you'd had to have had probably about a
It would have cost me
$20,000
it would have cost me
ticket,
a pretty penny. Yeah.
Okay, so how long does your break last?
It'll be a week.
Okay.
So I'll
Has
head
it
back.
just started, or
It just started. Yep. So
Okay,
I'll
so you
have
have
all
all
next
next
week.
week.
Yeah. So it worked
Okay.
out perfect where, I've been watching Braden and I've been watching this team.
Sure.
Been able to see them online. I've been fortunate enough to, thanks to you guys here and other sources online, I've been able to see them play throughout the years, even though I haven't been there. And so now being able to see them play, especially in this type of environment, it's really cool to just experience. And I'm just so happy for them, and I really hope they can be able to pull off the championship. Regardless, it's just an experience that you'll never forget. And those opportunities that you have, these type of opportunities are once in a lifetime. And like you mentioned earlier, there's 64 teams in 3A, let alone 48 in other divisions. And there's only, there's 2 in this championship game. So to be able to represent 3A in a sense in the championship, it's pretty fortunate.
They won out
exactly.
of that. You going to Padre Island, or you're sticking around Phillips?
I'll be home. Yeah, I'll be home. It'll be nice to be home.
Okay, that's great. Hey, I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for
Good
asking me. I
job.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
and I keep track of what's going on.
Yeah.
and I've got your. It's funny. I called him, and we called back and forth, and he didn't think he's going to be able to make it. But it worked out. Wow.
It did work out. Yep. I was very happy it worked out, and this was a lot of fun. Something that I haven't done before, so I'm glad I was
Well, he
able to
did a
do
good
it.
job. Hey, have you ever thought if it didn't work out with Puff Tweet?
Yeah, there you
if it
go.
work out
Okay.
Puff Tweet, maybe you go in a broadcast.
Yeah,
scene,
I might have to.
Okay. One final reminder: some of the other. I always hide my list here. There we go. Other sponsors include First National Bank and Trust, proudly supporting Panther Athletics. From our sales floor to your delivery door, come see Jim and Terry at Olive Bowie Furniture and Appliances, where we provide gracious living for less. Sunburst Realty LLC, where you find the best homes under the sun. Professional Family Eye Care, see Dr. Judeman for all of your eye care needs. Coombs Trucking, you call, we haul. Wyman Firestone Tire Sales and Service, backing the youth of Phillips County. And Biggs Insurance for all of your auto, home, business, and farm insurance needs. She has no idea I'm going to do this. You want to come on? I can't believe that. You don't want to come on here a little bit? I'm talking to Charlene. You sure? The proud mother? Really? Okay.
Maybe some other time.
Okay, I thought she might want to come on.
Yeah.
We'll get Ron on maybe anyway.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a little camera shy.
Anything else, Justin?
No, I just
Okay.
appreciate you
Hey, we
asking
really
me to come
enjoyed.
on.
Yeah, I really enjoyed coming down here and having a chance. I could have talked to all the basketball players, but they had other things to do. Maybe we can get them on next week. We have a big show that we're going to be working on all next week to go on there. Probably, I hope Rachel doesn't have anything to do until Sunday afternoon, because I have a feeling we're going to be at the bakery for a long time next Saturday morning, because end of the season, then the spring sports starts. The track and golf and everything. So then, a good. We'll hope we get a win tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
And thanks again. And
thank you,
thanks,
Ted.
Rachel, for bringing all the equipment down here. She has to load all this stuff and then take it down. And it was worth the trip coming down this morning. Didn't see any deer. I always worry about that down. But anyway, so we'll see you Thursday morning with the Tadpole. We're going to be talking about stepping up and some other things. We're also, I think, Casa Chocolate's going to be on about their. And then next Saturday morning, the big show there at the 3rd Street Bakery. And today we didn't show up. I wonder if anyone showed up at the bakery to watch us do this thing. We'll see you next Thursday morning.
Thank you.
Again, thanks. And you still have time. Load up the car and come down and watch that ball game tonight.
Yeah.
You can be home in plenty of time. Come down early, and they have a million eating places around here. I always look for that when I get anywhere. And then you'll be home by 8:15, 11:15. You'll be home by midnight. So that's it.
Thank you.